Hello everyone, my name is AJ and I'm Game Barrier's new voice actor for Invadence, and from now on I will be the one narrating the devlogs. It's been a little while since our last devlog, so this one is going to be a bit longer than usual as we've made some major changes to the game. First off, we have completely overhauled the main mechanics of the game. Our original idea was to make a first-person tower defense game where you defend against robots destroying your base. However, recent developments of the terrain, world, and overall exploration aspects of the game have made us realize that we should change the direction we were heading. So, we decided to highlight the best features in our game, making it open world so you can explore, but still keeping the tower defense aspect. Your main goal is to repair the ship you arrived on and to defend it from robots, meaning some of the core mechanics from the old game are still staying, they are just slightly altered. Now we are shifting our focus onto Mars itself rather than one spot on it. Exploration is now being highlighted by cave systems that can be explored for minerals, items that can be found around the map to fix your ship, and old abandoned human bases with loot inside. Be careful wandering too far away from your base though, as the newly implemented dust storm will make exploring a little more dangerous. Speaking of exploration, we've used height maps from NASA to model an accurate depiction of Mars' surface. This means that the crater you're looking at right now really exists on Mars. This new terrain is hard to traverse on foot, which is why we've added zip lines to make long-distance travel just a little bit easier. The steeper the angle of the zip lines, the faster you'll go. In order to make the game a little bit more realistic, we've added a day-night cycle. But you can't have a day-night cycle without day or night, so we've added a sun for the day, and stars for the night. Speaking of realism, we've made the environment more dusty to limit visibility and enhance the aesthetic. Next up is a few quality of life features to make your Mars experience a little less buggy and a little more enjoyable. Buildings can now be placed on hills and rough surfaces, which wasn't possible in our previous devlog. And certain buildings can no longer be placed on top or inside of each other. In order to greatly improve gameplay, we've completely overhauled the way AIs work. There are now two types of AIs, one that spawns randomly throughout the map, which are like mini-bosses, and ones that spawn inside of robot bases. The ones that spawn around the map aren't hostile until you get too close, while the ones that spawn inside robot bases actively seek you out. AIs can actually do damage now and kill you if you get too low in health. You may have noticed some new artwork for the robots here, which brings us to the new artwork we've implemented as of late. Doors have been added to base building to give you an easier way to enter your base. Windows have also been added to spice up your house a little bit. You can also find cell towers scattered around the map, and we don't want to share what they do quite yet, but just know that they'll be important later on. Finally, we're going to end today's devlog with a few minor announcements. First of all, we're adding some new music to the game, which you've been listening to throughout this devlog. By the way, all of the game's tracks can be found on our public Discord server, link in the description. And we hope to be uploading the soundtrack to Spotify in the next few months, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Hey, thanks for watching this devlog. If you've liked what you've seen so far, drop a like to support us, and if you really enjoyed, consider subscribing to stay up to date with the progress that we make. Not only does this help keep you updated, it helps us grow and be seen by more people. Oh, and by the way, speaking of YouTube, we're planning on doing some developer live streams in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Again, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.